Good morning, everyone. We're joined by head women's soccer coach Nikki Izzo-Brown this morning. We're going to go ahead and open it up straight to questions. Just a reminder to use the raise hand feature when you're ready to ask a question. All right, Jake Stansel, you can begin.
Hey, Coach, this is Jake Sense with WBRC in Birmingham. I had the chance to speak with your daughter, and she was telling me, at a certain point, she's like joking, I got to cut off communication before the game. I got to get game ready for this one. What's it like from your perspective matching up against your daughter?
The original thought was that I would be able to see her during two jam-packed seasons. And, then last year when we went there, it was way more emotional than either of us thought. She obviously has always cheered for the Mountaineers, and to find herself in a position to cheer against them, I know was very emotional for her, and obviously for me the same. So it's definitely exciting that I have that opportunity to see her, but also your heart's kind of torn a little bit with all the emotion.
Kevin Kinder, you can go next.
Coach, you've been so good defensively for so long, especially on the back end. And obviously you talked in the preseason a little bit about trying to find better play here, though. Does that affect you overall, your team overall, that, hey, they've always been able to depend on that back line, being able to clear and everything, and it, feeds things differently, that it kind of makes a different construct for this team?
Yeah, I mean, when you lose two pros as center backs, there's going to be areas that none of us are predicting, right? So what's going to be key for us is that we are eliminating the errors and putting ourselves in the best position to win. And the funny part of it all is we're scoring goals, but we got to get back on those shutouts. So it's a combination of everything. It's a little bit of losing those center backs, getting used to a new team, but also, it's not just, one phase of the game. It's different phases that we got to clean up.
And does it change the way you approach offense or getting into the attack a little bit? Are you a little bit more defense conscious?
A little bit. We have to be mindful of that because we don't want to neglect a result. And you get a tie, it's a result. So we have to make sure that we're not neglecting that.
Any other questions for Coach this morning? All right, Jake, you can go ahead.
Hey, Coach, I just had another question. Are there words that you share with your going up against your daughter before the game? And if she were to score a goal, what's that like from you from an emotional perspective?
Well, I can only share what happened last year. And, when we were in the game last year, her role was a bit different. She gets into the game and, I see her driving, and obviously I know her very well, and she was putting a move on Gabby Robinson, and she was just about to release her shot, and she created this shooting angle, and I got up in the mom excitement, and then realized that I was the coach at West Virginia and not the mom of Sammy Brown that was just about to score. So I sat back down, and literally I won't tell you what happened, but then at the end of the game, Sammy's like, "Mom, can you believe it? I made Kaysa lay out and I didn't remember it." So I blacked out, clearly blacked out on her shot. So it was very, very emotional because, the mom in me wants her to score and show that she has the ability to do that. And then the coach in me is like, heck no, we got to win this game.
Angelica, you can go next.
Coach, obviously things didn't go the way that you wanted to these last road games, but now that you have 2 home games coming up, how important do you think that is, you know, in order to maybe help this team get back on the right track? You're at home. Do you think that that can play into that a little bit as you're trying to bounce back from 2 losses on the road?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is a scenario that, you know, we want to be in, and that we, you know, we feel that we do a good job at home and have to continue to protect the home wins. And we're happy to be back at home and being focused on what we have to fix going into the Auburn game.
All right, any other questions for Coach? We'll go ahead and wrap it up there today. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.